Morning. What's going on, everyone? Excuse my morning hair. What's going on here? Hi, guys. What's happening? Bogan, he's here. Manifest Beyond is here. Candid Doll Padilla's here. Hi, Queen. Oh, hi, darling. Tori's here. Stop. I'm literally binge watching your live TikToks. Oh, are you? On Facebook right now. Everyone's on Facebook watching the lives. I did add some more. I'll be adding some more today, guys. I'm sorry I'm so behind with the moving and my birthday. I haven't added. What? Can only do inner convos and working on self-concept get our SP back. Or can only doing that? Sure. But why are you thinking that only doing that is the key? Where are you getting that from? Not understanding. I never say only do certain things, but if you want to only do self-concept, sure. If you want to only have inner conversations with yourself or them, sure. But you've actually got to change the story about them, the old story you're holding about them. So having an inner conversation saying, you love me so much, don't you? As long as that's changing the old story about what you hold about them, great. But if you're holding on to the old story about the breakup or the version of them that you've held in your mind all this time, then no. You really need to change the old story about them, guys. Hi, Jamie Dean. I know you talked about this a lot, but how to effectively recreate SP. Guys, look, something just happened to me just then in the 3D. And it was such a reflection to me of that you will be shown in your 3D what you need to work on. Now, someone just posted something in the Facebook group and said, the 3D will test you and show you what you need to work on. There was a little argument. There was a whole lot of LOA speak about vibration, a whole lot of crap in between, because a lot of people are hella lost in the group and obviously been listening to some LOA for a long time, which is fine. They're trying to say the same thing, but in LOA speak. I wish the LOA speak would disappear from the group, but I get that a lot of you have been listening to a whole lot of gobbledygook woo-woo speak about vibration, and when you write it saying, I am a vibrational match, it actually doesn't make any sense. You actually need to speak English in my group. Like, I mean, I'm reflecting a thought out and they're reflecting it back. It's not a vibrational match because that doesn't make any sense. What vibration am I at? What are they at? Like, that gobbledygook speak doesn't fly with me in our group because it actually doesn't make, it's not English. You have to speak English, okay? But I understand what people are saying. Now, what just happened to me, and I'm just going on a long-winded tangent here, was my ex-boyfriend offered to pick me up to take me to my birthday party. He then didn't even, I said, oh, look, don't bother picking us up, we're going to go early. He then didn't even bother turning up. Now, yesterday, he incessantly called my phone about 5 times. I just didn't answer because I was busy and I actually didn't see his phone. It came up as a number that wasn't his. Came up without his name. So I didn't answer. And then he was like, are you pissed off? I'm so sorry. He just rang me and it was just 10,000 excuses as to why he didn't come. And I just hung up. I said, okay, yeah, fine, okay. Well, are we done with this conversation? I've got to go now. Bye. And I hung up the phone. And I kind of reacted in hanging up the phone on him. But what it made me realize was I'm not chosen is my major problem. That's my major self-concept problem. That I don't feel because of my defectiveness that I will be chosen in relationships, friendships, career. Now, changing him would be seeing a new version of him that treats me well. Great, because he never used to, and he does treat me well now, except this one incident. But can you see it's really got nothing to do with him? If I feel unchosen and I haven't worked on my self-concept, that person or any other person will literally not choose me over drinking with their friends, over career stuff, over being, late from work and not turning up, whatever the excuses were, because I'm not chosen. So you can try and recreate your SP all you like, guys. But when I say to you, this is about you, that was a real reflection to me of what that girl said in the Facebook group. And even though people were arguing with her and saying the universe doesn't test you or the 3D doesn't test you, it kind of does. Because it's kind of showing you, it's reflecting back to you what your current state of being is. What your self-concept still is. Are you feeling still unchosen? Oh, here's an example of how someone's literally not going to choose you and not turn up for your birthday party. Right? So it might not be testing you if you don't want to look at it that way, but it's reflecting back to you your current state of being. My current state of my self-concept is still, obviously, I am not chosen. So in answer to your question, to recreate your SP, you're really recreating you to feel chosen, loved, wanted, Enough. It's really nothing to do with them. And when I say this, guys, and I say you are the only cause and you have to change you to change them, is that a good enough example for you to understand? That doesn't matter how I see my ex differently. If I still feel unchosen, he will still turn up in my reality not choosing me. Got it? So you're really not doing anything to recreate them. You're recreating your self-concept and they'll reflect it back to you. That's how you recreate them. And then, yes, you see them differently, but that's not the key. The key is changing you. It doesn't matter how much you see them differently. If you haven't changed you, they'll still reflect back you. Does that make sense? Okay, I've missed a lot of questions. Brilliant example. I totally get it. Okay, because it really hit me. When I hung up the phone, I was like, wow. This isn't about the flaky disappointment I've always seen this guy as, because he was 7 years ago a flaky disappointment. This is about me not feeling chosen. And I attracted him in at a time where I was low. My life wasn't where I wanted to be. And I clearly didn't feel enough or chosen. So I attracted in this person who was going to treat me like that. He's still doing it. Now, why is he still doing it? Even though he's made a hell of an effort this year to not be that guy, and last year. Because I still think that about me. Got it? How I'm enjoying my new house. I love my new house. I'm loving it, babe. Look, I'll show you. See? Love it. And there's the ocean out there, guys. Can you see? Oh, you can't really see with the window shut. I don't feel so bad when someone like you doesn't feel chosen. I don't feel so bad when someone like you doesn't feel chosen. Oh, look, guys, my self-concept stuff runs deep, deep. And don't be fooled by my confidence on the lives. When I talk to you guys about your self-concept, I'm not coming from a place of having this uber self-confidence that's so amazing like Sammy Ingram does. She does. Good for her. I'm talking to you guys from a place of having so much childhood shit that I had to deal with that I understand you guys when you're broken still, when you're struggling still. When I shout at you, I'm almost shouting at myself. I'm trying to shake you into not letting it still rule you, right? Because I know from experience that I got to 40 years old and I still had all this stuff in my mind running me. And when I say to you, you have to change your self-concept, I'm coming from experience. It's not something I've just watched some videos and said, oh, I learned that you have to do self-concept. No, it's because I'm trying my best to change mine as I'm talking to you guys. I'm not perfect. And as you know, I've had many kind of like tears on the lives. And some people are like, I heard you had a breakdown. I didn't have a breakdown, love. I was sad because I was getting affected by my 3D because I realized I still hadn't changed me. Understand, guys? I really get this, Dad. Good. We are all human. Exactly. Inner combos as SPs in front of you. You learn from your mistakes and having an epiphany now. Yes, that's great. That's great. This is how I want to help and inspire others with law of assumption. Yes, darling. Lois, how do I know what self-concept affirmations I should say? Well, what are you triggered by? Someone just decided not to turn up to my birthday, and when I got off the phone, I realised they didn't choose me. Oh, well, what's my self-concept affirmation I need? I am chosen. I am more than enough. I am perfect just the way I am, and people love me just the way I am, and they'll always choose me above everything else because I felt unchosen. I felt rejected. I felt that I wasn't the priority. So they're your self-concept affirmations. I'm the priority. I am always chosen. I am enough. Got it? You are perfect. Oh, don't. Thank you. What happened with that SP? Well, we were together 7 years ago, and then he came back last year, but I didn't want him. And he's tried very hard to show me that he's a different guy. And he just showed me then that he isn't. But it's not that he isn't. It's that I couldn't get rid of the old story of him necessarily. I almost thought it was too good to be true that he changed so much, but it's really about me. It's about me not feeling chosen. It's really nothing to do with him. So I probably seemed annoyed at him just then when I hung up on the phone, but I'm not annoyed at him at all. I just realised, I had this realisation like, oh wow, I really need to still work on my self-concept, Jesus, if this is still happening. Got it? Affirmations to enhance your looks. I'm so beautiful. Everyone thinks I'm so gorgeous. Whatever you want people to say to you. I'm so this, I'm so that. I've been doing so good. Hang on. Today, my birthday, and I cried all day, affirmed through it, but said, oh, darling, Pamela, today's your birthday. Oh, happy birthday, darling. Don't cry. Try and do something for yourself today, darling. Have a good day. It's your birthday. Don't allow yourself to be upset on your birthday, darling. Have a cry, get it all out, and then go and do something nice for yourself, please. Happy birthday, darling. Hang on, guys. I'm scrolling up. Loz, I affirm daily, but don't see it in my 3D. When will I see it? Oh, fuck. Don't watch me, darling. Please don't. Stop watching me. Why are you here if you're asking these kind of questions? I've been affirming daily. When's it coming? Guys, are you not getting that it's not reflecting in the 3D yet? Because that's not what happens sometimes. Sometimes the 3D is a shit show. If you're looking at it for validation, you're fucked as hell. I don't see it in my 3D. You're not meant to be looking for it in your 3D, darling. You're meant to be seeing it in your mind. This is the only thing you have to worry about, what's happening up here. Stop looking at it. Please go and watch all my lives in the Facebook group because you're hella lost. If you're looking at the 3D and thinking it's going to change and all you're doing is affirming for it to change, then you're lost as hell and this isn't going to work for you because you don't understand what you're doing. You're meant to be living in the end in your mind and trusting that it's going to change. You're not trusting it's going to change and you're looking at it to change. And the more you stare at it, it's like watching a pot trying to boil. A watched pot never boils. It's not going to change while you're fucking staring at it, waiting for it to change. Because you're not living in the end in your mind enough. And I can't possibly tell you when it's going to happen. No one can. And if some dumb bitch with a salt lamp tells you she can tell you how long it's going to take, she's lying to you. I can feel your inner child. You are loved and chosen. Oh, thanks, Tori. Had a bad weekend and any help on getting on the right path. Guys, just write that weekend off. Oh, well, okay, I had a bad weekend. This week I'm jumping back on the horse. I'm getting back on my affirmations as Manifesting with Kimberly says. Just get back on them. Don't undo all your fucking good work. Both of my parents are dead and it made me feel lost. Affirmations help me forward. Oh, darling, that's awful, Kelly. Look, see them as with you all the time. Talk to them. Guys, they are still around. Like, no shit. I've seen people after they died. I know that sounds creepy, but they are. Okay? So look, just trust that they're still here, darling, and talk to them all the time. Okay? And what are you feeling? Help move forward. Lost. If you feel lost, darling, just start trying to find your purpose in life. Think, how would they want you to be? They want you to be happy and not lost. They want you to find your purpose and be content. They wouldn't want you feeling lost. If you can't do it for you, do it for them. How would they want me to be right now? Contented and happy and loving life. I got to use that one. I'm a priority. Look, guys, it's massive because you won't feel the priority if you don't feel good enough. The priority is like top level, and underneath priority is, well, why don't I feel a priority? Some of the affirmations you can really think, why am I using I'm not a priority? Or why I'm a priority? Oh, because I don't think I'm a priority because I wasn't prioritized in my family, or it was all about my mum or my dad and what they wanted, or I was always told I was doing things wrong and therefore, or other people's needs are put ahead of my own, or I felt not good enough, or I was criticized a lot. Whatever it is, there's a reason why you felt not a priority and why you're using that affirmation. Then you've got to go deeper, okay? This is really hitting home tonight. Oh, Emily, I feel you. How can I know if I want to give up my SP from healthy self-concept? How can I know if I want to give up? Why would you give up on your SP? How can I know if I want to give up on my SP from healthy self-concept? Why would you give up on them? It's got nothing to do with them. If you're giving up on them, guys, you've got to understand they're just a manifestation of your thinking about you. If you're giving up on them, you're basically giving up on yourself. Oh, well, I'm giving up on you. I can't change you. Oh, what I'm saying is I can't change me. Guys, don't you get this? If you're giving up on your specific person, you've got to understand they were only reflecting your thoughts about you. If you change your thoughts about you, their thoughts about you will change. A lot of you are looking at this whole exercise like, I'm trying to get them back. At what point do I give up because they're not back? It isn't about them. Are you not understanding that this whole thing, the whole breakup, is because of your thoughts about yourself? Are you going to give up on yourself? Oh, That's what that means when you give up on your SP. I'm giving up on changing myself. Got it? If you guys aren't getting this and all you're doing is coming on my lives trying to get your SP back and you're not understanding that the whole situation was caused by your thinking about you, I'm not loved, I'm not wanted, I'm not a priority, I'm not chosen, I get rejected, relationships never work out for me, men never love me, I'm not beautiful, etc. And you give up on your SP, you haven't fixed you yet. You guys getting this? Can we feel it when SP misses us? Well, say that you do, darling. Not really, but say that you do. Yes, okay, good. Affirmations to call in a new love. I love my new man. He's so beautiful to me. Treats me so beautifully. He loves doing this for me and that for me. He's like this and that and da-da-da. I love my new man. You don't know who he is. You just assume he's here already. Go to sleep every night, darlings, if he's there. Write a perfect man checklist. Got to imagine he's here already. Got to live in the state of coupled up, not single. I love how simple you make this. Good. I didn't react, though. It tells me I have to choose myself and prioritize myself. I'm enough. Oh, what happened, Emily? Whoa, 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 whoa. Where's your rest of this thing? Where is it, Emily? I can't see your original comment. God damn it. Oh, God, Emily, where's the first part? Where is it? Just yesterday, I told myself I'm going to focus on myself a bit more. Okay, good. Yes. Look, guys, this is all about you. It's not about them. It's not about them. It's not about them. I don't know how many times I have to say this. Loz, SP asked to see me Friday and Saturday night. Still have a lot of self-concept to do. Don't worry, darling. Don't look at it as like, oh, God, I have to get my self-concept perfect before I can see them on Friday and Saturday night. Shit, I better affirm like a bitch all day Friday. No, you're perfect just the way you are. Fucking say that, darling. And work on your self-concept. You have mentioned affirming because of a fear, like he's so loyal to me, wasn't good. Could you explain? Okay. The word loyal is being used because at some point you felt he wasn't loyal. Now, that could be because of your history, because you've been cheated on before, or you've attracted guys who are players and give attention to other women. But there's something in that word where there's a fear that he won't be loyal to you. What's the fear? Has he cheated on you before or been a player, or you've had other guys in your life that have cheated or been players and therefore, or not committed, and therefore that's where that's coming from? That's why. My brother just passed and his energy is so close to me. It's crazy. Oh, Tori, that's awful, darling. But that's wonderful that you can feel him. Of course he's still around, darling. Wonderful. Love it. Okay, guys, going down. How do you create an SP? I don't currently have one. If you don't currently have one, write a perfect man checklist, a woman checklist, and imagine you're sleeping with them every night in your bed and they're already with you. That. Yes, I've been focusing on self-concept, and old SP is back telling me he's still in love with me. Wonderful, Keely Yara. Love it. Do you advise revising daily always? Look, Neville did. He got to the end of every day and revised his whole day and changed it to what he wished had happened. Do it if you want to. My SP is all depressed. He took the missing me too seriously. Got to tweak a few things. How can I manifest acceptance into a desired school? Just imagine you go there already. The more you find something wrong with the 3D, the more you manifest that. The change is you. Yes, M. Terry, you speak the truth. The more you find something wrong with the 3D, the more you manifest that. The change is you. Yep. Go and follow M, guys. She's a wonderful account talking about manifesting. I'm always changing. Yes. Now I am, though you'll stay safe. I'm perfect. What's that, Helly? Guys want to feel worthy of love from women too. Yes, of course. This is for all sexes, guys, this account, not just for girls. Hang on, guys. I'm scrolling right down because I've missed a gazillion messages here. I've manifested the opposite. I accepted a bad situation, didn't try and change it, and it changed. Good, darling. You accepted it, and then it changed. See, that's the key, guys, accepting the 3D. Oh, well, look at this shit. Well, I accept it. What if a baby is involved? Would all this work the same? What do you mean a baby is involved? What are you talking about? They've got a baby. What's the difference? People leave their baby mamas every day. What are you talking about? Write the whole question, darling. What do I do if my guy is being overly obsessive on my locations and where beings because you've attracted someone who's a fucking nutbag? Do you always attract stalkers or people who try and control you? Is this a pattern? Have you had controlling guys before? Have you not been able to set boundaries and you have people who try and control you because your self-esteem's in the fucking toilet? Something's going on there, darling, where you've attracted in someone who would even do that to you, that they don't trust you. What's going on with you? Why would you put up with that shit? I ask you. What's happening in your self-concept that they're being overly obsessive and needing to know your location? What the fuck? Needing to know your location? That's not normal. Why are you attracting in that kind of person? What do you feel about you that makes you attract a person like that who would do that to you? That's fucking weird. And not normal. How to remove a third party when you can't stop thinking about it. Look, guys, I know the third party thing is hard. But at some point, you've got to accept that you created the third party with your shitty thoughts about not being chosen. I'm not enough for him. He doesn't love me. He either wants his ex or someone else or just not me. Whatever it is, you've got to accept, I thought that. Right, well, okay, shit. I created this bitch in my reality. Thank you, darling, for the roses. You understand? If you can accept it, go, well, what am I worried about the bitch for? I literally created her with my mind. Wow, I'm fucking powerful. Well, then I can get rid of the bitch, can't I? Don't focus on the obstacle, guys. The obstacle will fucking grow. Just focus on you and your SP together. But what if the third party is family interference and another person? Darling, look, third parties can be all kinds of things. A new girlfriend, family interference, whatever it is, you're seeing as an obstacle. And the more you focus on the family as the obstacle and them interfering, the more they'll fucking interfere. I don't know why you're not understanding this. You have a thought that your family interferes. Therefore, they'll continue to interfere until you get rid of that thinking that they interfere. They are simply reflecting your thought about them. They interfere. They don't let me have my life. They don't want me to be with my SP. They don't like him. They don't want what I want. Start saying the complete fucking opposite. They want what I want. They only want me to be happy. They love my SP. They never stick their nose in. They keep their noses out of my business. Until you keep thinking, if you keep thinking they're interfering, darling, they'll keep interfering. You're literally creating the situation. So if I affirm I've always been the only one he wants because there's a third party, that's not good. Look, you can say I'm the only one he wants, but just don't mention the bitch or think about the bitch while you're saying the affirmation. Tell me not to text him. Well, what do you need me to do that for? Have some self-control, darling. Put the phone down. Can some of you please stop spamming the chat? Oh, are people spamming the chat? Just came here to say he blocked me, I was needy, and changed my thoughts, and he's talking to me right now. Oh, lovely, Natasha. Beautiful. New today, my SP and distance was too far, 85 miles, and wants to see locals only. Help. No, it's not too far. 85 miles is not too far. That's your thought. You think it's too far because of something where you feel unchosen, sassy, and unwanted, and that you won't get the love you want, and therefore he came up with some kind of fat excuse about distance. Are you telling me that people in World War I who missed their wives just said, oh, now I'm fighting for 2 years, I'm just going to never speak to you again, and when I come back it's going to be all over because the distance of 10,000 miles, me being in another country, is just too much for me? No, it's got nothing to do with the distance, darling. It's got to do with your shitty self-concept of feeling unloved and unwanted. And then you are literally manifesting a situation where someone says, I don't love you nor want you, and they're using the excuse of distance. What happened to you in childhood where you feel unloved and unwanted and unchosen and not the priority, or a person's not going to choose you, and now literally this person's using the excuse of distance to not choose you? Nothing to do with the distance. People have very, very successful long-distance relationships every fucking day. Why are you thinking that can't be you? What do you do if you don't feel good enough? You affirm that you are good enough. I am more than good enough. I am so fucking special. Who wouldn't want me? God damn it, I am the shit. You've got to affirm every day, guys, for your self-concept. You feel not good enough. You've really got to fucking go hardcore. What do you think about people saying manifesting an SP back is a fantasy and living in denial? Oh, Arlette, who the fuck are you watching? These people are so fucking dumb. It's like, it blows my mind. The dumb see you next Tuesdays on here. Are they not understanding that thought reflection is a real thing and they literally manifested their own fucking breakup? So if they manifested their breakup with their shitty thinking about themselves and about their SP, then of course they can manifest them back because they're the one who fucking caused it. If you're listening to any dumb bitch on here who says getting an SP back is denial and fantasy, please, for the love of God, I either want you to write a comment saying you're the dumbest bitch on TikTok, or press fucking not interested, because they're not understanding thought reflection, which is simply all manifesting is. All manifesting is your thought being sent out from your subconscious mind and the person reflects it back. And if you thought you weren't loved, they didn't fucking love you. The end, then you lost them. Then you have to think you're loved for them to come back. It's that fucking simple. Please stop watching these fuckwits. They literally, if they're saying anything like that, don't understand what manifesting even is on the simplest, most fundamental fucking level. Please, for the love of God, stop watching these fuckwits and believing what they're saying, because they're morons. Get them to come on a live with me and argue that it's fantasy and denial. I'll fucking wipe the floor with their shit, because they don't understand how they're simply manifesting in the fucking first place. Because they're probably talking about vibrational universe or some fucking bullshit that isn't anything to do with manifesting. Fuck's sake. I just get so annoyed. It's like, are they that fucking dumb? Are they that fucking dumb? Do they not understand that their thought is reflected out and reflects back? It's really fucking simple. What, bitch? You don't understand the fundamentals of manifesting and you're trying to teach it? Why have you even started an account if you're that fucking dumb? What about having the urge for Starbucks or energy drinks to feel better? Is that a coping mechanism? Probably. Well, probably because you've got fucking too much sugar racing around in your body, darling. Stop fucking having it. You're addicted to sugar. All that is your glycogen levels going down. You just need sugar again. Stop fucking having sugar. Eat more fat, darling. You'll feel much better. And just say, I don't need Starbucks to cope. I don't need sugar to cope. I don't need any sugar. I have all the energy in the world. Manifest that. Affirm that, darling. Sorry, guys. I lost my shit. I was going red in the face then. I thought I might explode. How can I revise myself when reacting to the 3D? Just go back to the scene and imagine you did something different. I mean, I probably should go back to the scene and be hanging up on my ex just then and change that, but I don't give enough of a shit about him to bother. I know, I totally got red. Thanks for helping me. It worked. Good, Natasha. Good. Love you. You rock. Oh, thanks, darling. Babe, you're so over these people. It's funny, though. Oh, my God. I just get so annoyed because it's like, they'll have 100,000 followers and people are on there going, I'm so glad my negative thoughts don't manifest. And no, bitch, they do. If they're predominant, I'm sorry. Who the fuck's been telling you that? Oh, yes, I can't manifest them back. I'll get this or something better. And no, you caused the breakup, you dumb bitch. Why are you listening to this moron? There's a whole lot of people giving up and settling because they're listening to these fuckwits. Is it good to affirm every hour, every day? Is that good enough or more? Look, you can do it if you really want. If you want to do it every hour, every day, fucking do it. Because all you're doing, guys, is changing your thinking. If your predominant thinking is negative, I'd be affirming like a bitch. Yes. He asked if I'm seeing someone and if not to consider it because he wants me to be happy. Oh, Emily, look, that's just you feeling like he doesn't love you. Got it? You've still got the story that he doesn't want you. You've still got the story this isn't going to work. You've still got the story that he loves her. Obviously, whatever he said to you in your ear has thrown you about that he's with her and there's a connection and all this bullshit. But I want you just to understand that that's just a reflection. Just like my ex then was a reflection of me not being chosen. That's a reflection of he doesn't love me. I'm not lovable. There's something wrong with me. I don't get chosen over other people. Things don't work out for me. Start affirming the complete opposite of that shit, darling, please. Hang on, guys. Scrolling up. Or they say something better will come. Oh, fuck. Thank you, Amalia. The Wiccan pagan crowd all against SP manifesting because of free will. Have you ever felt resistance to changing yourself? Like at all times, I get in my own way. Am I crazy? Everyone gets in their own way, darling. Everyone's resistant to themselves. Everyone is. It's called your subconscious. It wants to go back to the set point of you're a piece of shit. No one loves you, blah. Think about it like Top Gun. They're flying the plane. They find the target. It goes on the target. It finds it. Now, if another fighter jet comes and knocks them out the way, they still come back and go back on target. It's locked in. We're locked in. Remember on Top Gun, they go, we're locked in. Your subconscious is locked in to the thoughts it thinks about you since childhood. And it's locked into those thoughts. If you start straying like the fighter jet from the target, it wants to take you back to the target of, no, remember, you're a piece of shit. No, remember, you're unloved. Oh, no, you're not chosen. Oh, no, nothing works out for you. It's very normal, and that's what resistance is. That's why you have to fight it. Don't worry, darling. It's very fucking normal. Thanks, Abigail AD, darling, for the heart. Yes, he told me he would do his best to make time to see me and listen to me, but next week's are busy. Don't worry, darling. You just work on you in the meantime. Take that time and use it wisely on you. Forget about him for a week. So I'm not reacting, just doing self-concept. Do that, Emily. Work on you. Throw yourself into you. Take yourself to the gym. Go and get a facial. Go and get your nails done. Go and see your friends. Just throw yourself into you for a week and affirm like a bitch. Seriously. Now that I'm fully convinced we'll be together forever, sooner or later, I feel like less obsessed. Is that okay? That's a perfect feeling, darling. It's the knowing. It's living in the end. It's the Sabbath. It's wonderful. What do you affirm for self-concept when you don't want to feel you need your SP? Like, look, guys, the neediness of the SP isn't really an affirmation. It's working on you and feeling you're so amazing that they're going to need to really step up to deserve you. Okay? It's more about working on your self-concept than saying things like, I don't need you. I'd rather you didn't say things like, I don't need anyone, because then no one will turn up in your reality because your brain's like, oh, you don't need anyone? Okay, I won't send anyone. I really want you to work on your self-concept so you don't feel needy. You understand? I've literally thrown myself into myself and I feel great. Wonderful, guys. Wonderful. I'm in therapy for parents. Bad pattern, but Neville is act like it never happened. No, look, Neville says that therapy just rehashes the past a lot and you stay in the state of unloved, unwanted, unchosen, blah, blah, blah. That's why he says just forget about it. Look, you can go to therapy, but if your therapist is constantly rehashing the past and you're not moving forward, I don't recommend that. You've got to work out what your childhood issues are, but then I want you to start affirming against them and telling yourself you're not that person anymore. That's why a lot of therapy doesn't work for people, because they stay in the state of dwelling in the past for the whole fucking therapy for years. I did therapy, it was very intense, and the whole purpose of that therapy was to let me out of the therapy after 6 months needing no more therapy. If you're in one of those therapy sessions that feels like perpetually just complaining and being in victim mode and talking about your past for 50 minutes once a week, that won't help you. Because if you're not changing your thoughts and you're not affirming to change the things you've discovered, then you're just dwelling in the state. And as Neville says, what is your dwelling place? If you're dwelling in misery and dwelling in the past, that's not going to help you. So I would say to your therapist, I don't mind talking about this stuff so I understand what my inner child, my childhood issues are, but then I want to move forward and affirm against this shit, and I want to live in the state of I'm not that person anymore. I don't want to dwell as that person. And if they can't do that, I'd find a new therapist. Okay. Agree with something made me feel like shit, they just validated my feelings. I agree with made me feel like shit, they just validated my feelings. What are you talking about? Why does our subconscious dwell on the negative? We've had such bad and good in our childhood. Because, I don't know, it's easier for the subconscious or it's more prevalent. I have no idea. Like, some people are just naturally more negative in their mind because their parents were negative people, or the parents always saw the negative. Like, I had parents who used to say things like, don't expect too much and you won't be disappointed. Well, that's a really negative attitude to have about life. Don't big yourself up too much. So it's kind of, what were they like? And then you might be more negative and notice your negative thoughts more. Where if you had someone who built you up, told you you're worth it, told you you're beautiful, told you could have anything you wanted in life, were really, their self-concept was amazing and they lived in a more positive environment in their own brain, you'd probably be like that too. Oh, counselling you're talking about. No, yeah. Any good affirmations to help me pass my nursing board exam? I passed my nursing board exam so easily. I got the score exactly that I wanted. I am a qualified blah, whatever. Imagine you've already done it, darling. Can you talk about practicing LOA while being part of Alcoholics Anonymous when they rely on God? Okay, so I don't talk about LOA, darling, but law of assumption, yes. Okay, so the problem with Alcoholics Anonymous is they perpetuate the idea that you're always an alcoholic and you never change and you'll always be one, which is fucked. And the second thing they do is rely on a source outside of you to give you the coping mechanism to cope. You rely on God and therefore you can cope. The problem with that is they don't understand the Bible and they're going on the most recent translation of the Bible and religious translation of the Bible, which is God is outside of you. The entity of God is outside, but also you. If you read it again, it tells you constantly that you are the power and you are all God's and God is in you, that Jesus was made in God's likeness. Well, then aren't we God's likeness? Because Jesus was just a man. So Alcoholics Anonymous doesn't understand that and allows you to rely on something outside of you. I want you to switcheroo that and say, I am God as well. I have the power and I can change my reality simply because I have that power within me. It says it all the way through the Bible. So I'm not going to rely on anything outside of me. I'm going to rely on me only, just me. And if I'm relying on just me, and if I say to me, you're no longer an alcoholic, that doesn't define you. That's who you were, but that's not who you are anymore. And you keep saying that, and you see yourself as whole and complete and not needing anything to cope and being able to handle your emotions. And I don't need to feel these feelings I feel. If they're negative, they go away instantly. I'm in control of my mind. I don't need anything to cope. You start affirming those things, darling, you'll start feeling more empowered and that you are the power, and you'll no longer feel like this victim who's staying in a perpetual state of alcoholism, and you won't have to rely on anything outside of you to cope because it's you that's doing it. Got it? Any advice on how to ignore the existence of my SP's girlfriend? I did try to block her, but my head is anxious. Darling, you've just got to understand that you created her. Oh, did I ever think he might not love me? Oh, yeah, there she is. Stop thinking about her and see you and your SP together. Stop looking at the socials. Stop looking at anything that triggers you about that person. Got it? Any affirmations against the belief that everything you want won't happen? Well, you're fucked then, darling. You've got to start believing it at some point, or at least saying it over and over and over and over as an affirmation. Everything I want will happen. Everything I want is happening. I've got everything I want right now. Start fucking saying that, darling, because you're fucked if you think it won't happen. My mum would get so mad at me as a kid that she would... Oh, what's this, darling? I can't see the rest of it. Thank you. I meant law of assumption. Okay, good. Your own wonderful imagination is God. Yes, guys. My dad always used to tell me to shoot for nothing. Oh, wow. He was a little dreamer, your dad. Jesus Christ. Can you change your parents? Yes, guys. Everyone in your reality is simply a reflection of you and what you think of them. If you want your parents to change, think of them differently, see them differently. See for the blind man, see them differently, describe them differently in your mind. It's natural to be defeated too, to protect yourself, than live in pain and feel disappointed. It's a paradox. Yeah, look, you've got to think of your subconscious this way. It's constantly trying to protect you. It knows when you've been hurt before. So when you get in a situation where you feel like you're going to be hurt, you'll push your SP away. Oh, I've been in this situation before. I know I get rejected. This really fucking hurts. Start an argument, push them away, break up with them, go no contact, tell them they're doing something wrong, whatever it is, get out, get out, get out. It's your fight or flight response. Fight, flight, or freeze. You'll either freeze and have a panic attack and not say anything, you'll flee and push them away, or you'll fight and start an argument out of pure desperation for not being hurt. Your subconscious is constantly trying to protect you. That's where the negative thinking's coming from. It's really trying to remind you, oh, remember you got hurt in that circumstance last time? Let's not do that again. No. Remember, this is who you are, because if we think differently, bad shit might happen. It's constantly trying to stop you from dying, like in a caveman kind of way. So you can't blame your subconscious and get angry at it. You think, thank you, you're just trying to protect me. Thanks so much, subconscious. Instead of telling it to fuck off, you can tell it, thank you, but I don't need your help anymore. You're really not helping me anymore. I'm not a caveman. I don't need your protection. Okay? Even if he doesn't know me yet, I manifested that, his girlfriend too, but I didn't know existed a year ago. Yes, darling, you're manifesting it all, feeling unchosen, and then they'll choose someone else. Doesn't matter if you don't know them or not. Your videos and posts are very motivational. It's learning to push away my negative thoughts. Good, darling, good. Started working my self-concept today. Wonderful, Doyla. Yes. I self-sabotage my relationship so bad. Oh, Terry, join the fucking club. Why do you think we're doing TikToks about it, darling? Because we understand what we did. Let's not beat ourselves up anymore about it. Look, guys. Some people had some fucking rosy childhoods. Some of us didn't. Okay? Some of us had some thoughts put in our brain to make us think that we're the shit for the rest of our lives. Some of us didn't. Some of us had things happen to us that fucked us royally for the rest of our fucking lives. Some of us didn't. Okay? Most of us have had something happen. We've just got to not see ourselves as that person anymore, so we don't keep sabotaging everything in our fucking lives. I got you, Em. I understand what you're saying. How do you manifest more money? Look, darling, You've got to be in the state of, I have money. The idea of manifesting more money, to me, can only come from a state of, I have the money already. Just like I have my SP already, I am married already, I have the car already, I have the house already. If you're seeing money is outside of you, how do I get it? How do I manifest more of it? Even in the question, you're not in the state of having it because you're asking for more of it. I want you to assume money comes to me so easily. I have so much money. Oh my God, I have so much money. Like you're telling a friend, my bank account is so full. I have to actually start a savings account. I've actually had to go to an accountant and start a company. Computer just froze, guys. Look, I need you to understand you need to be in the state of wealthy now and start saying affirmations like money is coming to me out of the blue. I have so much money. I am so uber wealthy, blah, blah, blah. You've got to be in that state rather than needing more of it. What is SP? Specific person, darling, just your ex or boyfriend, girlfriend. Yes, I run away and shut down when I feel unheard, unseen, or not validated. And what happened in your childhood that made you feel that way, darling? Assess that and affirm against it. All right, guys, got to go because even though there's 218 people here, this is about to run out of batteries. Hang on, do I? Maybe I can plug myself in. Can I plug myself in, maybe? Hang on, guys, let me plug myself in. There we go, I plugged you in. I started journaling self-concept last night and, oh, you didn't send me the big heart. I started journaling self-concept last night. What else should I do? I have PTSD from last night. Oh, yeah, probably, darling. Look, sometimes, guys, you really will. Want to make sure I'm doing this right. Darling, don't beat yourself up and think you're not doing it right. Oh, thanks, Miriam, darling, for the rose. Look, write down all your new affirmations and then now start doing them, okay? So if it gave you PTSD, it's only because it's really new thinking that you're not used to thinking, okay? Sometimes those self-concept affirmations will really do a number on you and you'll think, I don't want to say these. And then when you start saying them and your mind's going, no, 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 okay? Just keep doing it, darling, on the first day of the rest of your life. This is the first day of the rest of your life. My mum used to say that to me on a constant basis almost every year. This is the first day of the rest of your life. Why did she always say that? So funny. So what I want you to think is, okay, I'm starting today and maybe, you know, I might have my brain fighting me a little bit, but I'm going to push through, okay? It's going to fight you. Like I said, it's trying to protect you. Don't worry about it. Keep going. So all I do is self-concept affirmations all fucking day. Yes, darling, please. After our discussion yesterday, I would if I were you. Why do I feel so tired affirming? Because your brain is fighting you. And also, you're probably doing it like this. I'm still loved and wanted, 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 I'm still loved and wanted. He loves me, he loves me, he loves me so much, he loves me. Are you doing it like that? Don't do it like that. I am so loved and wanted. He loves me so much. That motherfucker can't get enough of me. He's fucking obsessed with me because I'm so goddamn special. I want you to say it with some conviction, with some oomph. If you're doing it like Bart Simpson on the chalkboard over and 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 over, that's wrong. That is called vain affirming. Please don't do it like that. And now you're telling us, thanks, Mum. My SP only sees me on Thursdays. How can I change that? He sees me all the time. He sees me so much. He needs me in his life. Do you offer coaching, Loz? I did, darling, but not anymore. I'm bringing out some courses soon, I promise. Do we affirm on a loop, like inner conversations, telling our affirmations? You can, darling, but not wrote like I just did then. I can hear you yelling at me still, but it's been months. Didn't I yell at you yesterday on the live? You are so motivating. Oh, good, darling. I was told that it's better to only have a few affirmations and not a lot. Is that true? Look, as much as your brain can handle, as much as you can remember, if you have more than you can remember, it's too many. The repetitiveness of the same thing is the key, guys. If you've been thinking your whole life, I'm not chosen, I'm not chosen, I'm not chosen, well, that's a repetitive affirmation you're saying constantly in your mind. I am chosen. I've always been chosen. You have to keep repeating that to cancel the old one out. The repetition is key, guys. So, yes, don't have too many, but you can rampage self-concept and have hundreds of self-concept for all I fucking care, but have some key ones, okay? So I have a Birds for Land date on Thursday. How can I still make sure I'm living in the end with SP? Don't even worry about it. Just go and have fun, darling, and lap up the attention and love that someone's giving you all that attention and just assume, oh, my SP would be so jealous if you saw me on this date because I'm getting so much attention. It's so wonderful. Don't worry about it. I affirm that you plug that bad boy in more of an, oh, sorry, the charger. Should I put a date to my manifestation to happen or leave it without a date? Please don't put a date on it, guys. I don't know who's telling you to do that, but they're fucking idiots. It comes in its own appointed time. If we can change our current SP with our self-concept, what makes us move on to another SP? Because, honestly, because you haven't changed the old story about the old one. If you can't change the old story about the old one, you're fucked. It's basically it. And the old story about the old one will be linked to your self-concept. How do you find your limiting beliefs? Sit for 20 minutes, darling, in silence and write down everything you're thinking, and you'll see them right there on the page. He's not coming back. No one loves me. Things don't work out for me. I'm a piece of shit. God damn it. You're such an idiot. Why'd you do that for? You mess everything up. You'll see it. There's your beliefs right there on the page. Affirm against that shit. I was bullied as a kid and had the worst self-concept. Your vids have been helping me so much. Oh, wonderful, Mel's ad 0730. That's wonderful, darling. Fuck those bullies. All right, guys, I'm going to go soon. YouTube coming soon. Yes, guys, I promise. I am chosen. Yes, guys, say that, please. Is it okay to listen to your affirmations on a recorded loop at night? Yes, guys, do that. Can you hear me manifesting our life together? Yes, everyone hears you, darling. Everyone's reflecting your thinking, so yes. But he doesn't know you're actually doing it. He just thinks it's his thinking. Whatever you're sending out goes in their brain and it becomes their thought, guys. They're not going, oh my God, she's manifesting me. Oh my God, she's trying to control my mind. It's nothing like that. What do you do when someone is bluntly being rude to you? You realise, oh shit, I've got some issues with myself, thinking I'm not good enough and people treat me like crap. You go, they're just reflecting back my thinking about myself. And then you just walk away from the situation or remove yourself or say, this doesn't feel very nice, I'm going now. When are your courses coming out? Sorry, guys, if I don't get off these lives, they won't be ever finished. I have to stop doing so many lives. Could you repeat how we say our affirmations, please? With conviction, like they're true. I don't want you to say them like a robot. If you're saying them robotically, you don't need to do that. If you're trying to emote or feel something while saying it, also that's not necessary. You can feel emotions while you're saying it, great, but you don't have to force the emotions and you don't have to say it robotically. Like it's true. I am so loved and wanted. He loves me so much. Imagine you're telling your best friend, okay, I feel like I constantly need validation. Is that still self-concept still? Yes, Nat. Yes. I started mirror work today. Wonderful, darling. Love that. Affirmations to focus on. I am chosen. I am lovable. Yes, Emily. I am unforgettable. I am irreplaceable. No one would dare try and replace me because I'm too fucking special to them. I am always the chosen one. I am the chosen one, Emily. Got it. What do you think about listening to subliminals related to our manifestation? Does that work? Well, I don't believe in subliminals, darling. I don't know what they're saying. Listen to your own affirmations in your own voice. I had a Birdsville land date Saturday. It just made me miss my SP more. Well, darling, look, sometimes it does. What can you do? Wait, for the validation one, what affirmations? I don't need anyone to validate me. I know how fucking special I am. I know how worthy I am. I don't need anyone to tell me how amazing I am. I know I am. I don't need anyone else's approval. Pick up Thai food and the license plate in from said queen. What's this? What? All right, guys. I just went to pick up Thai food and the license plate in from said queen. Oh, right. In front of you said queen. Love it. I didn't read that right. How do we know if it's them manifesting us instead? Oh, guys, they're not manifesting you. They're in their own reality doing what the fuck they're doing. You're just manifesting what you're doing in your reality. Don't worry about what they're doing. I found out my SP still has old pictures of me. Oh, lovely, darling. Give that excellent meaning. Love from Canada. Oh! What's the best way to ignore the 3D? Stop looking at socials. Stop looking at it. Seriously. Just ignore it. Blind yourself to the 3D. If you can't blind yourself, turn yourself away from the reality in which you are now faced, then accept it. Got it? Is it normal to feel what is happening in your mind is more real than 3D? Yes, darling, that's great. That's what you want. I took a pic and I'm going to put it on the wall. The Queen number plate, love it. Why don't you do calls anymore? Just discovered you 2 days ago. Sorry, darling. I stopped them about a month and a half ago because they were getting very intense and I was feeling overwhelmed a lot emotionally by a lot of them. I was doing like 30 a week. And I'm not a trained psychologist, guys, and it was getting very deep into people's personal stuff and their childhood stuff, and it was kind of overwhelming for me a lot of the time. And I take on people's emotions, so that was that. Secondly, it wasn't giving me enough time to make content for the TikTok, so I was doing a lot less TikTok content and my viewers were going down, my follower count was going down because I really wasn't making enough. And thirdly, I need time to make the courses, and I actually think the courses will be a more time efficient way for me to help everyone at once rather than one person at a time, because the self-concept course will have within it quizzes and exercises where you'll be able to analyze your own self-concept issues and then know how to fix them. Then after that, if you do the Manifest Your Expat course, you'll understand what you were doing in the relationship self-concept wise and how you sabotage your relationship and how to fix that. So you kind of need to do them hand in hand. Okay? And they should have all the answers in there. And if I haven't given you all the answers, I've done it wrong. Okay? All right, guys, I've got to get off the phone, off the iPad, so I can actually do these damn courses, all right? So, guys, if you don't follow me because I go live twice daily. Subconscious Laws, press the notification bell so you get a notification of when I am coming on live. Normally, it's around this time, EST, and then morning time UK, which is nighttime Australia. And then do go to the Facebook group, Subconscious Laws. The link's in my bio. You can watch all these lives back. I'm about a month behind adding the lives. Thanks for the roses, darling. But you can watch the lives from number 1 to number 225 or something, or 24 we're up to at the moment. Plus, I go live in there every Friday on Facebook, and it's a much smaller group. So you can write big, long questions in there on Facebook Fridays and get your question answered a lot easier because you can write a big, long comment, not like one sentence like TikTok. All right, guys. Thanks so much for joining me. I will see you soon. Love you guys. Oh, thanks, Barbie. Love for all the roses. All right, guys. I will see you soon. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll be live later. All right.